All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We have a scene from the World of Darkness Changes the New. We have Sir Alexander Shaw meeting with Mr. Kegoma here. Today they're going to be meeting at the apartment. It's been a while since they both hang out together, so they're going to be meeting at the apartment, and and there's some things that Zander wants to discuss with Kegoma before he blows everything way out of proportion. Sort of like a sounding board, because he's already taken some steps in a direction that he feels that these investigations need to be going because no one's doing anything. So he'll have them at the apartment, and before springing all this on him, he is making Kagoma a drink. So what do you have?
Kegoma's probably going to have a Long Island, which is a complicated drink to make, but he loves it dearly. In preparation for, just hanging out. He didn't have any ulterior motives, although Zander did, when he came back from Grudgny. He's been cooking. He's been cooking, so he's just finishing up with he's decided to make some chicken pot pie, so he's just putting them in the oven, and they're just starting to cook and fill the apartment with that lovely aroma. So he kind of takes off his apron and kind of sits down on the couch. Ugh. I'm sorry, the kitchen is wrecked, by the way, but the pot pies are going to be good.
That was the guy. Just with the clean lady to come over and take care of it.
I was never a clean as you go kind of guy. That would probably help out a lot.
I noticed. Do you not notice these? Do you not notice these dishpan hands?
All right. So I know you have some stuff you want to talk about. So let's shoot. What's on your mind?
Well, yeah, actually. Myself and Ian have been. He came over the other day, and we were talking about this. What's going on with the freeholds, and his was destroyed.
Oh,
and yeah. And we were just brainstorming, what could have possibly, how all this could have came about. And in the process, I think we came up with a hell of a probability. I am truly feeling that this could be a preemptive strike.
Okay.
I mean, if you take everything into consideration that's happened over the last year, I mean, with the bombing at the Unsilly Fest and the murder of Richard and the attempted kidnapping of the Queen, and so many of our other friends going by the wayside, this ice worm attack it couldn't be random. It really, after putting all of these things together, really couldn't be. And if you think of it logically, this would be the best way to attack us. I mean, you take away our freeholds, you take away the balefires, and we're sitting ducks.
So, what are you saying? Are you thinking that these, like we have some enemy that started to organize?
I think the Dantean might have been organized a long time ago. I mean, to pull off the bombing,
right.
And if they're behind the kidnapping, or, I mean, let's look at it like this. The Dantean are organized enough to do this. They would have every resources to do it.
I'm not sure the two things necessarily follow. Organization does not automatically imply you have resources, but let's follow this through. Like where?
True. The ice worm attack, if it was just random, then I could understand that. However, if it is related, then I think the next probable thing to happen would be another ice worm attack
Hmm.
or all out
Which
war.
which would be catastrophic. You're right.
So I've been talking with Rancor, Estrella, and William, well, Timothy, and we've been trying to come up with ways, one, to protect the Bellfires from another attack,
Okay.
and two, to investigate if the Dantean is behind this. Well, I don't think there's an if in that fact in my mind, but
Right.
if we can successfully connect the two,
Hmm.
we need to. I mean, uh, I'm just afraid that the next time will be the last time and we won't be able to do anything about it.
Yes, I definitely hear what you're saying. Um, it's definitely pertinent. We do need to discuss this with someone, but I think we need proof first. I'm not sure. Not sure how far we can go without any kind of substantial evidence.
I agree. I agree. Um, Timmy's going to be looking into some of the more seedy areas of town, so to speak. Just Rancor believes that by searching out some of the more banal places, if the Dantean have organized, it would be more than likely they would have their own type of freeholds,
Hmm.
or at least a base of operations, so to speak.
Sure.
So they're going to be looking into those along those matters. Australia is going to be looking into perhaps getting with more to maybe help to protect the Bellfires. And Timmy also believes that he can come up with I believe he called it a Weaver Ward, but he's going to need knocker assistance. And which brings me to this part of the conversation. I know there are knockers uh, on Crescent's payroll. Maybe they could be of some assistance.
Yeah. To assistance to the kingdom as a whole, always, obviously. That's definitely a thing we want to do when at all possible.
I mean,
Um,
if at very least we're overreacting, however, the Bellfires will be protected in case of another such attack.
right. We can't go so far as to waste the resources of the barony and leave ourselves exposed, but if
No,
it's just
of course not.
assistance and resources, yeah, definitely. We could look. I could look at our ledgers and see what we can do. Um, because if we're right, this is quite the discovery.
And if we're wrong, at least we are prepared.
If we're wrong, we still have Downtown in the kingdom we need to deal with.
Yes.
So, um, if we're wrong, then there isn't a nefarious network plotting against the Cathane of New York and the downfall of the Kingdom of Apples, and I'll be fine with that.
Right. You're very fine. Very fine.
Hmm.
As a look of relief comes across Zander's face. Like, I really thought you was going to call me crazy and put me out on
Well,
the street
you
with the
well you are crazy.
the end of the world is coming.
Well, you are crazy. I think your theory has merit, but yeah, I've known you're crazy for some time.
You better be glad you're cute here.
He chuckles and he just gives Xander a peck on the cheek. So you've been quite the busy boy.
Well, I mean, I think the time to stand around idly twiddling our thumbs have come and gone a long time ago.
Okay. Um, he sets his drink down and he disappears into the kitchen for a moment to just check on the oven before coming back. Um, so you mentioned a name. Who's this Ayan?
Ah, Ian. He's one of the guys from Little College. Yep.
Ah, okay.
Uh, we have a couple classes together, and you know, and in talking about the destruction of the freehold, I found out obliterated.
Wow. Poor guy.
So and we went over some of the findings that myself and a straight Ranko came across, and then we started talking about this, and
Hmm.
this was a natural progression of the discussion that this could perhaps be a prelude to war.
Yikes.
However, in some minds, the bombing at Ancilitas was the call to war, but no one seemed to really follow through on that.
Yeah, which is a
I guess it
problem.
was more or less, so we don't care.
Well, I think we care, but um, I don't know. I think it's kind of a sham, you know. It was an event to kind of organize the Unseelie Court, but at its heart, the Unseelie Court has no real organization. So after that attack, nothing kind of came of it. There were no rallying group, but one could be said that's fault of our two-party system. We haven't allowed the Sealy to organize in a large fashion for some time.
Well, seeing that there's no distinguishing between which freeholds were destroyed and maimed, I think this should be our rally cry.
Mm. Do you think then
So
that
many of us have
the
been displaced.
do you think then the attack on that event was perhaps to stir up court rivalry?
Of course,
Hmm.
I truly believe that because that event has put us at odds with each other. And when you're fighting each other, you can't fight another enemy.
Hmm. That's very interesting. What are they teaching you at that war college? Thank God I'm getting my money's worth for your tuition.
Uh, I don't know.
You're becoming a sneaky little pointy ear. I'm just saying.
Sneaky. No, it's
No.
just that this this last attack, you know, really hit home, literally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe this is what we all needed
Yeah.
in some way.
Hopefully. Yeah, typically it's things like this that bring us together. I am kind of, well, I am very sorry that I haven't been able to be here as much as I like. Um, I hope you realize this
He,
only because of the oath that I've taken to, see after the people at Krishna.
he will take your hand. He's like, I understand. There is a bigger picture.
You're part of that bigger picture. I don't want to make you think that you're not in the big picture. You are the
Well,
big picture, but
believe you me, by you know what I mean. I have spurned you to greatness at Christianity, and I will follow that because it's a path that I have willfully chosen.
yeah,
and I know that when the chips are down, he will be there for me.
Kind of squeezes Zander's hands tightly. Hmm. Thanks for that.
Thank you for finally coming home, even if it's just for an evening.
Oh God, you're
It means
gonna
a
make
lot.
me feel guilty. God,
No, 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 that's not what I mean. I meant it's nice to
the
have you.
guilt, it burns.
Oh, yeah, no, no, because I could just as easily come to Graciously. So, no, I mean, it's not like, I'm crippled and can't leave the house. No, but it's just nice to have you in these four walls.
Always nice to be in these four walls. It feels like home now, particularly because I gave up my place, but feels more like home than Kretschning, that's for sure. So I want you to know that I definitely miss
And
it, and I'm, I'm working to get back here.
hey, I understand. I truly do understand.
I wonder.
I have been receiving a lot of bumps and bruises lately.
You've what?
Been receiving a lot of bumps and bruises lately. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
and by bumps it.
Learning to fly, learning to fly is not an easy thing.
Ah, you need me to teach you?
So, yeah, sure. Go ahead, turn into a dragon, start flying. I will learn from watching. Right. I don't have, I got a lot of it, some of the mechanics down really well. Um, so, there's going to come a moment when Cece is going to want to spread her wings, and you know, and this not even get me on. Once she starts flying, she's going to hunt for herself because slaughtering, slaughtering cattle is no easy task.
Oh, yikes. Sorry about that. Ew. Well, you
That's
have
okay.
my
But Cece's been keeping me company lately. I've been spending a lot of time as a dragon in her room downstairs, and
good.
you know, she seems to enjoy it, and it's actually very relaxing.
Hmm.
Being that the main floor is off limits for
Yeah,
the time being, hopefully.
yikes. Yeah, definitely stinks. But ultimately, hopefully, correctable. Um, more research will tell.
There is a theory on that.
Hmm.
There's a theory on that, and I do need to see about researching it. Ian suggested, you know, whether you're in the dreaming or the real world, there's a certain law of physics that must remain intact.
Okay, I
Um,
could agree with that.
like gravity, if you fall in a dream and you're going to fall on your face. There's some laws that just cannot be changed. You can defy the laws
Depends
of
on
gravity, but it's
depends
still
on
there.
where. Depends on
Well,
where in the
that's true.
dream. But okay,
Uh,
I'm following.
um, okay, so the ice worm attack, the ice, it's not a standard ice. You can't melt it with the blowtorch, you know. However, is a fire dragon's fire under the same limitations? Could a fire dragon melt the ice?
I see what you're. That's an interesting. That's a good theoretical debate. I wouldn't want to
Yeah, yeah,
experiment on
yeah, yeah.
someone's freehold.
Well, that's true. That's true. But you know, I mean, it holds water technically. So
uh,
it's not like we have the ability, you know, to test that theory anytime soon. But it is a theory nonetheless.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Yeah, how hard is Dragonfire to come by? He says,
Yeah,
like,
right.
I mean, it's not like it's like a once in a lifetime thing to acquire. He kind of says sarcastically, but um, well, that's theory holds some merit. There's a couple of mythological creatures that deal with fire. There's a Hawaiian deity, dragons, of course, most popular. The phoenix. So yeah, I guess there's some shit we could try, right?
Because we know feeding it glamour is a no-go, and our
Mm.
cantrips don't seem to have effect on it.
What happens when you free it glamour?
Um, it's almost like a violent reaction. I almost
Okay.
got scared.
Yikes! What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, it reacts very badly.
Okay, mental note.
Yeah, we have bombed a corner of the table
Oh
that
boy!
that a sample that I was taken from, and yeah, it kind of like grew in a spike fashion towards me.
Wow, that's scary.
Asher says it has a weird, like it was imbued with banality.
Hmm. But it's not sentient or anything weird like that, right? Not listening to us
Hmm.
now.
No, not that we could tell.
Oh fuck!
It was more of a reflex or a reaction. I mean, it hasn't grown any.
That's fucking freaky though.
Yeah,
Want that shit out of here.
you and me both. And that poor Balefires, oh, it saddens me just to think of it.
Yeah, we've spent many a night in front of that balefire, and that's not what it used to be. But it can be strong again. We're not giving up on this freehold because family heirloom.
Exactly. I don't want to walk. I will not walk away from this.
Hmm. Uh, Speaking of heirlooms, how goes the research on the family front?
Well, ever since coming across this whole potential war thing, I've kind of been focusing on that
Okay, I mean
because
that's
I believe that. No, I'm just,
that's understandable.
it's just, yeah, it's just that this attack came just out of nowhere, and you can only assume when the next one's going to come because there's going to be a next one. I truly believe that.
The conviction you use to say that is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but uh, yeah,
Ugh.
I agree. But like I said,
So
we do need to get more proof and more evidence.
right,
However,
right.
do you think it would be a bad idea to bring it to the attention of the marshal?
Since it's
I mean,
not.
even if it's just a whisper in his ear, I mean, it has to be a possibility that needs to be researched or at least looked at.
I think the marshal's more with like the breaking of the laws of the city, kind of like we need to definitely bend the ear of Morwen, um, and Marshall definitely kind of like police of the kingdom, but this is like a kind of like more like a nationwide concern.
True.
Well,
I just figured the marshal would
definitely.
have a better. No, I was just figuring that the marshal, being a Salua, would have an easier access to uncovering more details.
Zander, you can do whatever the hell you want. I mean, if you want to tell Trey Benton, he has a lot of contacts. So, I mean, could that
Exactly.
help? Could that help? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you might just want to err on the side of caution. I wouldn't want to be caught with my pants down and someone to say, like, 3 days later, like, hey, was there a reason you didn't tell anyone about this?
exactly. Oh, I totally agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Besides, there's too much keeping of information from one clip to the other, and if this
That's
is
true.
actually going to be, and if this is actually a prelude to war, everyone at least be fully informed that it is a possibility.
Yeah. Don't be perturbed if the other houses swoop in and try and steal all the glory.
Listen, as long as my house and my loved ones are safe, I don't care who gets glory.
Fair enough. Shit. He kind of pops up and runs into the kitchen again.
I was about to ask about that.
Shut up. It's your fault.
I know.
Oh, god damn it. Where's your oven mitts? Never mind. Using a towel. All right. All right. They're just on. He comes back out from the kitchen. They're just on a slightly more golden brown than anticipated.
That's fine. As long as you take them out of the oven, it'll be okay.
Ugh, sorry about that. He kind of plops back down on the couch.
Don't be.
Ugh.
Uh, don't be. It's been a while since I've actually got a home cooked meal that I didn't home cook myself.
I bet you it's been a while since you had to air out the apartment because Kegoma burnt something again too.
Yeah, that's definitely been a while.
He finishes up his drink and he goes back to the little bar. You want anything, babe?
You know what? I'll take a rum and
Ah, simple but effective.
coke. Oh, that's all it needs to be. Simple and effective.
He takes your old tumbler and fills up and fills it up again, tops it off. There you go. Rum and coke, sir.
Gracias.
So this is pretty major. I mean, you're coming across you're in a day, figuring out shit about, stuff and things. I I envisioned myself to be a lot more active by this time.
Speaking of year and a days and things, um, I attended the ball, which was actually a party that was being given for Count Castillo Hawthorne, House Dougal.
Never heard of.
Um, nice guy. Actually did some repair work on the car.
Okay.
Um, and the ball. Wow, the ball. I was really, really nervous about going, especially when
It's
I
not.
discovered that you weren't going to be there. I was kind of hoping that you were going to be there.
I know. I know. I
Um,
want it to be. I want it to be.
yeah,
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure you have the reason for not being able to. But you know, I had to that whole stuff for the whole bashing to begin,
Oh boy.
and it never did. It seems that Timmy took care of all of that before I got there.
What?
Apparently, he decided it was a good idea to snub Baron at the party.
Oh no, Timmy, no.
Oh, I
No,
mean,
like was it one of the cool kind of at the cusp?
I thought she was going to slit him in half.
Wait. Like, was it at one of those cool, like at the cusp of the conversation kind of snubs where you can't really do anything about it, or was it like a blatant kind of like I'm
No, it
socially
was a
awkward?
blatant. Um, Actually, it was more nefarious than that.
Oh damn it! Yeah, that's
Um,
not gonna work.
he walked into a conversation, uh, a count, well, two counts if you count Vlad, two counts,
Ugh.
two baronesses, and a couple of knights,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, he just walked into the conversation,
Oh no!
and yeah,
Oh no!
yeah, it was like right there, my dick's hanging out. Take a look,
Oh no!
It caused quite a little uproar, actually.
Yeah, because even if the
So
count
much
wanted
so
to,
that,
oh, even if the count wanted to look the other way, he couldn't because there's so many people there.
yeah. So I got the impression that no one really liked the Baroness that was being snubbed. However, she took it on a point of etiquette to point it out, and began.
Oh my
The count,
goodness!
one of the counts ended up putting his foot down on the conversation.
Oh fuck!
Uh, but yeah, yeah. So it made me being in the room feel like I could have showed up naked. They would have never noticed. Unfortunately, I'm kind of glad. I hate to say it, but I'm kind of glad.
Babe, there's at least one thing I'm sure they would have noticed if you showed up naked. He says with a wink.
Well, that's true. But however, yeah, I'm pretty sure too. But however, at the moment, it really, I could have stripped down, put on a dress, and danced the can on the table, and still would have been socially okay.
That's that's horrible. So he's politically radioactive for the next 3 months. So I'm definitely gonna have
Yeah.
to minimize my contact. Fuck. 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 Damn it.
Well, um, he is seen here lately to be very attached at the hip of Australia. You know, I think it's a more of a, I have to keep an eye on you because you're an idiot type deal.
Well, I think it's just like if there was someone in your house or my house like that needed help, you kind of have to help them. What that help looks like can be a lot more aggressive depending on the person, but yeah, you have it's like your blood, so you have to help them somehow. Um, I just hope Astra doesn't teach by pain. She can be quite scary
Well,
sometimes.
she does actually.
Yeah,
um, yeah, I thought she was going to bludgeon him to death in the room.
yeah, she can be
But
scary.
they were here. They were here earlier today, so
Oh,
I mean
awesome.
everything seemed to be okay, and she wasn't trying to choke him out.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
we all met for lunch
Cool. That's
over at the
good.
deli, and then came back here.
That's good. So yeah, so he just might need, just some examples of when that's okay, which are very few times that's okay. Probably just need some examples of when that's okay and when it's not.
Told him how he asked me about it, and I just told him how I dealt with the situation. I mean, I just situation Vlad. I mean, he was there, and I must say that I handled the situation by not even addressing any of it. um, that was not the reason I was there. So, and, and the only reason why I haven't jumped on Vlad's neck is because of you.
Okay, so
I,
let's see what we could do this to bury this. So, like, what's your issue with Vlad, really?
I have been seriously thinking about that a lot lately, to be honest.
Hmm.
And I think that moment has the more angry has passed. It's more of a dull, no respect for type deal. I mean,
Hmm.
the fact that he would call us friend and allow that woman to get away, but just because she was unseelie. I mean, and then when it came time to find this woman and bring her in, he seemingly has done nothing about it or has even tried to reconcile the situation. Not in my eyes, at least.
Hmm.
I
Right.
mean, silly or unsilly, have a duty to the crown, to this land, to the queen. That should take precedence over whatever affiliations you claim to have.
It should.
Especially if you're going to claim land.
It should.
Especially if you're going
It
to
should.
claim land territory.
Let me stop you. It sounds like you're finna gear up for a really long run here. Let me just interject for a moment. Uh,
No, that's just it.
um, so, like, we know that the Sealy hold a place that's almost like a counterbalance to the position that the Sealy hold. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we're talking about considering planning for, or at least try to get in the mind of an unseelie Cathane, and particularly a she, we always want to remember some of those basic principles. You remember there's like that old saying, I think it was by Maya Angelou, when someone shows you themselves, believe them. They showed you who they truly are. So the Celia
True.
motto is that honor is a lie. So at the basis of levels, you cannot trust at least Vlad. There might be others unseelie that doesn't apply to, but he showed us both who he truly is, and we could only be thankful for that. It
Yes.
eliminates quite
And
easily like any kind of premise that, or any kind of illusion that we can depend on him to comport himself in some kind of honorly fashion. And if he does
agreed.
comport himself in such a way that we know is merely illusion or affectation, so I will be more thankful
Exactly.
than frustrated.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will not hold his actions against all unsillies. That's like holding the fact that I'm a Liam over my head. I don't
Exactly.
believe in it. I can't
In
did.
the first world, there's some people that are going to be downright bastards, and there's some people that are going to be cool as fuck, no matter what their court affiliation is. Um,
Exactly.
and in a world like this, we can't really afford to be picky on where we find our friends.
Yeah, especially if I'm going, especially if this whole war theory pans out. But at this point, um, he is
Yeah.
he is
I
one of
know
us.
it's, I,
And
I know it was something that you've been kind of struggling with, and we really haven't had like a lot of time to talk about it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that you're holding on to for me, because I've let it go. I've definitely let it go months ago. He hasn't hurt me, anyone I love, or my standing in society. So
and I have learned that I need to be. Oh, if anything, Timmy has taught me a lot. Like what not to fuck to be doing.
right, right. I mean,
Uh,
sometimes you have to
Especially
step.
in this matter. I mean,
Yeah, you have to step back sometime and say, okay, well, if I've learned one thing, it's like I won't do that. you know, that
yeah,
went over like a
it's not
bag
like
of
I
hammers.
haven't put the effort. I have had conversation. I have had a conversation with Vlad not too long ago.
Hmm.
Um, can't. Yeah, it was just that the whole uh, real fire and the ice dragon incident.
Hmm.
That so I just asked him like if any of his areas were like greatly
Like that.
affected.
Hmm.
I mean, I've proven that I can hold a proper conversation without allowing my dislike for him to overflow.
Well, I'm glad for that. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, that kind of proves that you could be stronger than a circumstance. There's a circumstance that's definitely pissed you off, but you're not going to let that control like your reaction. So it takes a big person to
I mean, it
get to
can't
that point.
because after all, he is a it's a count
Right,
nonetheless.
right. I agree. So,
As much as it pains me, yeah.
Sir Knight, art thou ready for dinner?
Yes, yes, I am, without a doubt.
If you put ketchup or cheese on my pot pie, I will kill you.
That is utterly the nastiest thing in the world. Are you out of your damn mind? Who do you know that does some crap like that? That's that's, that's nasty. Mm, that's nasty. I was thinking maybe salt and pepper, but not cheese and or ketchup. Wow. If you see someone doing that, just slap. Just take the plate from them. They don't deserve to eat.
Like, and I'll just be taking that back from you now.
Yeah, but I'm hungry. Apparently not. You want some garbage? You can go outside. Okay. That is just nasty.
Mm.
Why would you even say that? Did you know somebody who did that? Don't you?
Only reason I had to say it.
Okay, because it's that whole when you come across an article of clothing when you're ironing, it says please remove before ironing. They put that label there for a reason.
Someone I knew
Because
had
you would
weird,
figure that would be common sense.
someone I knew had weird food habits, so I just wanted to warn you before I had to hit you.
Child, if I did that, I will allow you to hit me.
Oh, you think you're Mr. Karate Man now, huh?
Well, I'm just saying, that's nasty stuff.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Totally joking. But we do have to work on our combat form again. I've
Yeah, especially with all the talk about war, that would be useful.
Yeah, just saying.
And you know what? While I have you here,
Huh?
I was going to wait because these were wedding gifts. However, with all this talk of war, I think I want you to have this. He will get up and he goes to the room and comes back with a briefcase, a metal attaché briefcase.
Oh, okay, this looks formal.
And when you open it up, there is a bow inside.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did. I haven't been taking archery in the war college for nothing.
Yeah,
This one is yours.
I just started to take a couple lessons down at Kretschny too, so this is very fitting. Thank you, sir.
I had them commissioned 9 months ago.
Holy crap! Who'd you have making these? A snail?
Actually, Timmy made these.
Oh dear God! He kind of sets it down He starts to set it down very gingerly.
Actually, mine works very well.
Okay. Has it not exploded yet on you?
No.
Okay.
You're so silly. You'll be okay.
He's eventually a little off. He's kind of special. I don't know if I should trust anything he's made. He's a little special. But if yours work, then I'm sure mine will work fine as well. He sets the bow down and gives Zander a hug. Thank you, boo.
Be careful.
I'm sorry you cut out there. What'd you say? You went roboto there. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. It's a. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's a fire bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's designed not only to shoot a flaming arrow, but when you add glamour to the shot, it engulfs its target in flames.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Huh. I will have to keep that. Very careful. Yeah, I'll have to keep that close to me. So thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I will have to send you.
I'm sorry, you'll have to what?
I have to send you the picture and stats on it.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. You do so at your leisure. I'm sure Kegoma isn't going to be using the blow very soon. He's not Johnny Combat Monster.
Johnny Combat Monster.
Yeah, he's very proficient in the arts of flicker flash. No, I'm joking. He's not.
Good. Well, you never know when it'll come in handy.
No, well, thank you. I'll keep it by my side as often as time and protocol will dictate.
That's good because you never know when you may need to put an arrow in someone's ass.
Yeah. I would hate to get all green arrow up in here.
No, this isn't too bad. You could use a little bit of mustard, though.
Mustard? What the?
I was just waiting for you to catch that one.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about's gonna crumble.
That's okay. It can crumble. Just add some mayonnaise, stir it up, make it
oh no! Come on, mayonnaise, really?
Hey, mayonnaise is a cure-all, especially with Miracle Whip. Just saying.
And a pot pie.
You know, always try to combine those two very awesome tastes, mass and tea, at any time. It's all good.
All right. So next time it's going to be on you. So I cooked. That means you have to do the honor of cleaning.
Wow, what a big surprise.
I don't think I like your tone.
Mm. Hmm.
What did you be trying to insinuate, sir?
You would think it'd be a lot easier because there's a dishwasher in there.
Oh, so banal. Blech. Blech. Yeah, can't we just throw them away and get new ones?
Oh, wow. Sure. Sure, Money Tree. Well, you get all up on that.
The business doing all right, right? The gym's doing fine. We can just throw them away and get new ones.
Not and it will end up going away.
All right. Well, I think that's where we could call it a scene.
Bending tree. Pardon?
So I think that's when we could call it a scene.
Hello? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
So I think we could call it a scene.
Yes. And that's good because my sound is starting to act up anyway. Hello?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we're good on my end.
Yep, you got the button. Take us out.
Yeah.
You press the button. Thank you, players for playing. Thank you for watchers for
Ready?
watching.
I'm trying to. And